Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. I don't know what time it is, but you're with me and I appreciate it. And this is the Grustle Podcast. And I'm glad you guys here. Um, so episode 6, I just want to, for the intro, I just want to talk to you guys more. Talk to you guys about being real with yourself. So just be realistic. Like at the end of the day, don't just be real, man. I mean, it's a lot of people, faking it till you make it and things like that. But just be real to yourself in life and in business, in your life and whatever business it is you got. Just be real. It makes things so much easier, and at the end, of it, and then it's one less thing to worry about on top of all the other stuff that you worry about when you're running a business and you got a family or things going on in your life. It's like now you've been faking it or lying. Now you got to worry about it's just be real to yourself, man. And then on top of that, man, just set goals. When you set goals, it kind of gives you a more realistic feel. You know what I'm saying, of what you're doing. So set goals, but at the same time, push yourself. You got to push yourself. That's the only way you're gonna better yourself or grow. Know what you're good at, man. So just know your strengths and know your weaknesses. Know what you're good at. Know what you suck at. If be aware. Just be aware about if you can't do this or if you can do this, and then know what you got to work on and stuff like that. Find ways to better yourself. And all this ties in with being real. You know what I'm saying? All this ties in be real. Find ways to better yourself, and then at the end of the day, man, if you can't be real with yourself, who will? You know what I mean? How can you suspect somebody else to give you, honest feedback or anything of that nature if you're not real with yourself? Some good coffee. Whew. So like, but yeah, just being real, man. It just makes it so easier, and it makes the path of whatever you're doing smoother, and believe me, it's much better. So, but going off that, man, why should you do? Why should you do? Why should you do one thing more than one way? So okay, so you should do that one thing in many different ways. It's to a promotional aspect. So if this is talking about with your business. So I'm going to talk to you guys about just multi-platforming and stuff in your business. I got a lot of questions about that, as far as why I do all the things I do. Cause why not? Of course, that's the main answer. But like, you just do more, man. It's always good to do more and expand. So like how I'm doing things is with my clothing line, my cigar brand, my podcast, my magazine, plus the music I'm putting out, then my book, and then so forth, and so got the makeup line, stuff like that. So, but like, try to attack every type of content, and that's one thing that I try to do with any type of. I'm trying to attack every type of content or every type of, I guess, sense that people have. So clothing line, you can feel, put that on, see, blah blah blah, cigar brand, taste, smoke. My podcast, was listen, but now you can watch and listen. Let's see, magazine. It's a form of reading. My music, another form of listening, and then my book, which is actually another form of reading. So I'm trying to tackle every aspect as far as everything that I'm doing business wise, and all these things tie together because it's what I'm doing. It's me. It's part of my journey and my story. So I'm just attacking it, man, different ways, and you guys can do that too, man. With your if you got a clothing line, or if you got a podcast, or if you do blogs. I'm trying to get into that a little bit, trying to figure that out. Like just do different stuff, man. Just try. Don't be afraid to try, because you never know. You have to build your business and you have to build your brands on other platforms. So it's a I feel like, personally, I feel like that's a must because let's say let's see let's say that Facebook goes down. For some reason, Facebook just disappeared off this earth. If you don't have an Instagram, Twitter, or you know any other social media, you're done basically. As far as getting out to everybody, it's if Instagram is out of here for some reason, and you focus hard, because I know a lot of people would just do Instagram, which I understand why, but for some reason, somehow when Instagram they got to shut down, and then what? You ain't got nothing on Snapchat, Facebook, or Twitter, but you went hard on Instagram. Now it's going to be hard, man. So you have to you have to tackle every aspect. But I've seen a lot of influencers do it. I've been seeing a lot of people cross over to Instagram. It's a lot on Facebook. Don't see much on Twitter, which is interesting to me. But I'm pretty sure these coming years, I think Twitter's going to make a comeback off of something or for some reason I feel like Twitter's gonna come back. But I mean, a lot of people use Twitter, but it's not that really, people don't really talk about it like they used to. But yeah, Facebook is the main thing. So, but I've been seeing a lot of people cross over to Instagram, which shows that people starting to understand that you have to. So I mean, there's also other platforms too, like YouTube and stuff like that. So it's out there, but you can't just do one thing on one platform because you can't reach everybody. Now, I mean, it's people out there that just do Twitter. Believe it or not, it's people that's only on Twitter for their personal life or business or whatever. And it's people that's only on Instagram. They're not on Facebook or they're not on, But yeah, man. So if you want to reach different people and you want to reach certain people or trying to reach everybody, man, you got to try some of everything, man. You got to go through all the platforms that you can, and with all that, being said, you gotta just really understand the logic behind doing more, man. Cause like, okay, so if you're in a, I don't know, whatever business you're doing, and just think about. I said this to one of my coworkers I was talking to. So, just think about if you just did, one thing, right? Let's say you just did Instagram. You post, market, promote stuff like that. And let's say you get just if you're an influencer and you making money. Let's say you make like $10,000 a year, maybe. Just throwing a number out there. That's just off of Instagram. So if you just apply the same work ethic to Facebook, it's another 10. I mean, it has to be like around 10,000, so then that's 20. Say you do it on Twitter. Maybe not 10, but it's if you apply it, if you already established and got your thing going, that's another income. Snapchat, which Snapchat is actually jumping up there, but I'm actually doing a couple things with that. I'll probably talk to you guys about that if I haven't already, but you can't just box yourself in, man. Just understanding the logic of doing more, you're getting more. It makes sense. You do more, you'll get more. So, if you think about it, right, and you talk about all these famous people out here, Jay-Z, P. Diddy, shucks, a lot of people, man. Shoot, Rihanna, like just all these celebrities or these owners out here, business owners, they just don't have one. Like, it's not just Rockefeller. Jay-Z didn't just do clothing. He did shoes. Shucks. Then he owned, now he got his own label. Shucks. It's a lot Jay-Z doing, man. He's making music. He's not just doing one thing. Puff Daddy, he had his own clothing line. I think he still do, maybe. And you got Ciroc that he's with. I don't know if he's probably part owner or something like that, or do his thing with that. So Ciroc, that's his thing. And I mean, they just don't do one thing. They just understanding the logic behind more. They have to do more. You know, Coca-Cola, they just don't make soda. I say that all the time. Like, I let people know, like, Coca-Cola just don't make soda. Pepsi, they just don't make they do candy, they do, you know, healthy drinks, they do, you know, it's other companies that are out there that they own it, and it's just, you know, you have to do more to get more, to reach more, and to make more. That's how you do it. So with all that, man, it don't come easy neither. So even though it may seem like it, you know, seem like it when you see it on these commercials and all these stars and stuff, man, it doesn't come, you got to understand it doesn't come easy. And I said this before, like, if it was, everybody will be millionaires and everybody have the top brand and this, that, and the third. So it all depends on what you do, man. You got to put in forth the effort doing everything. You have to work hard to build your brand in all aspects. And, you know, one thing that I say too is that you have to realize you are, you know, I said before, you represent your brand, but like, you gotta work, when you work hard to build it, man, it goes beyond, it's like sacrifice. It's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of people don't think that they think it's just business and you gotta do this and do that, this, that, and the third. Cool, man. And then, you know, other people are like, yeah, man, it's just money, all I need is money. Okay, then what are you doing to try to get more money? You know what I mean? You got excuses like, man, it's always about money, or money's the only. Okay, so if that seems to be the case, I mean, let's be real. Money, you need money to do anything, you know, everything, almost everything. So if that seems to be the case, what are you doing to save money? What are you cutting back on? Or what are you, you know, did you get another job? You know, you stop going out to eat? Like, it's, I would say it's common sense, but common sense ain't common sense. Common sense ain't common, you know, everybody, you know. So just think about it, man. You need to understand the logic behind doing more and actually doing what you need to do, you know what I mean? So, but that's all I got for you guys today, man. These, you know, I got these caps up here, man. I was actually doing some promotion about these. I got these, like, dad caps, New Era dad caps, King wear things. Had these for a minute, but I've been doing some promotions with them. They was just sitting here. I just did the podcast when they sitting here because I was, you know, doing clips and stuff. But yep. So with that being said, just don't forget, man. Tomorrow's success begins today. I catch up with you guys later. I got work to do.